Good morning, folks. Hi, Phil McPhail here again with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Welcome to Maine, the third week of October 2024. What a beautiful, cool morning it is today. Have you been looking for a hunting property in central Maine, maybe a homestead location to come up here and build your dreams? Or maybe you're just looking for a place to come unplug from the city and get away from everything in an off-grid spot. Whatever your interest is, come along with me today. We're going to take a look at 67 acres in the heart of Maine on Maines Road in the town of Corinna. Before we get on the land, let me tell you a little bit about the town of Corinna. Corinna was actually purchased by Revolutionary War surgeon and Harvard Medical School founder John Warren in 1804. He bought the entire 23,000 acres of the town of Corinna, which wasn't Corinna at the time, for 2 cents per acre, or $460. He bought the entire town. Don't you wish we all lived back then? Okay, so from this location, the nearest town of where you'd buy your groceries and stuff would be in Newport. That's about 11 miles from this property. The city of Bangor is 26 miles away, and it's due east of us here. You can jump on 95, or you can hit some of the back roads. Either way, you can be there in about 25 minutes. The city of Waterville in Kennebec County is 40 miles south of us here. That's a nice small little city. If you want to travel a little further, the city of Portland, Maine, Maine's largest city, is 117 miles, a couple hours drive, mostly on 95. And Boston is just over 200 miles and 3.5 hours drive from this location. If you have kids in school and you're wondering where the nearest school is, the town of Corinna sends their kids to RSU 19. Those schools are located in the town of Newport, and the schools are about 11 miles from this location. Some of the points of interest here in the town of Corinna is, one would be the Stewart Free Library, which was built in 1898. That was a gift by Corinna-born and millionaire from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Levi Stewart. He gifted that to the town, and that beautiful building is on the historic register. So if you want to check that out while you're here in the town of Corinna. What else is around here? Well, we got Treworgy Family Orchards about 17 miles from here in the town of Levant. They have one of the more famous corn mazes in the state of Maine. If you want to check that out in the fall, that's really cool. They have some top-notch apples they grow in that orchard, and they do field trips for kids in school to see a little bit about the farming and orchard business here in the state of Maine. Hey, have you ever done the corn maze at Treworgy Orchards? If you have, share that in the comments below. Let us know your experience and what you thought of that. And if you're into water and you want to check out some water sports here, the Sebasticook Lake, 11 miles to the boat landing down in Newport. That's a 4,200 acre body of water, 50 feet deep. Over the years, it's been cleaned up a lot from back in the days when we used to pollute all of our rivers and streams and lakes, unfortunately. But the largemouth bass fishing in that lake is phenomenal. So a lot of people travel here just to fish Sebasticook Lake, and it's 16 miles of shoreline. Before we jump on the land, don't forget, like and share this video, and hit that subscription button. That's important because you won't miss the next video. And a lot of people are watching these in hopes to find the next property they're looking to buy. And if you're not subscribed, you may see it weeks, months, or years later, and it's already sold. And that's really too bad. So don't forget, hit that like button down below, hit that subscription bell, put on all notifications. You won't miss the next video. All right, so as we come on to this property, Maines Road is right there behind me. That is a discontinued gravel town road. It's pretty rough. If you come in here to look at this property, you should come in a SUV or a pickup truck, so you got some ground clearance. The road could be improved. It's not bad. About 800 to 1,000 feet back, the road's in pretty good shape. But right here, the last bit of it would need some improvement. As we come onto the land, the first thing you're going to notice is this beautiful field of hay and clover. And we've also got some corn planted up back. This is about 8 acres, 7.5, 8 acres approximately from my scale off the aerial photos. Beautiful piece of property. The field's kind of up here in the high spot up behind. You'll see those big pine trees back there. This is elevations are ranging from about 270 feet to 320 feet above sea level. And this is just a nice gentle rise up to the top of this field. If you were going to use this as a place to build your home, we actually have a beaver pond and a nice stream that runs through the property. Alder stream runs through, or a portion of Alder stream runs through this land. exits right near the beginning of the property as you're coming in from Maine's Road. You'll see that on the aerial photo. Beautiful little stream running up through that kind of the northeast side of the land. If you built your house back there on the back side of that pine trees on the other side of the corn, did a little clearing, you'd have a view looking out over the beaver pond that's down there and up the stream back towards the field. You know, for a homestead, that would be ideal. Hunting camp, put it wherever you want. I'd probably put it here at the beginning of the property and have my stand locations scattered all over the land. We do have quite a bit of frontage on Maine's Road. So as you come down Maine's Road, you could use that as access to other portions of the property. Let's go up and take a look at this corn and a little bit of the land behind it. Okay, we're back up here by the corn again, and this is planted by one of the neighbors. And my clients that own this property, they really like their neighbors. They let them plant this here. There's probably half the field, I'd say 4 acres or so in corn. The one thing I have noticed here, and if you're a deer hunter or a turkey hunter or a bear hunter or whatever you like to hunt, there is game sign. There's deer tracks in here everywhere. I think everything likes corn. Even the birds have been flying in and out of here picking at it as we go. So that's kind of a cool feature. You could allow this to continue if you wanted. I'm sure the neighbors would still love to farm it if you let them. They would help keep up this field and keep this planted and not growing back to trees and bushes. Let's walk around the other side. I'm going to show you the little stream that runs through this property next. So over here in the corner of the property now, and this is Alder Stream. And it, as you can tell, it's not a real big body of water, but I think it runs most of the year. You can see the beavers have plugged it up here and created a little pond. We'll look at that in a little bit. But a nice little water feature running through this property. This stream actually runs into Sebasticook Lake, and it's part of the whole Kennebec River drainage. So some of the headwaters of the mighty Kennebec here in Maine. Okay, now we're over here behind the cornfield, and we're heading down towards this alder stream flowage part here that's actually kind of impounded by the beavers. And we're right down here at the edge of the meadow. And I'll tell you folks, I know you all don't hunt, but those who do will really appreciate it. And even if you don't hunt, you can enjoy watching the wildlife. We got such incredible habitat right here. You can see the pond out in the distance. We got some drone footage flying out over this. You can see the game trails going along the edges and in all directions. It'd be a nice place to build yourself a little boardwalk out there, keep a canoe and paddle this section of dead water. I don't know if there's any fish in it. I would be surprised if there were not. So nice building site up behind us here towards the cornfield. Do a little bit of pruning in here. You could open up this view and look out over this meadow. It's beautiful. All right, we're going to continue up on the other side of the field, look at a little bit of the forest. As we walk along this cornfield, we're going to head up there and look at some of the forest on the south side of the field. But boy, there's some beautiful, big, tall white pine. You'll see them on the aerial photos. You'll see them in the shots here from the ground. But beautiful timber on this property. It had a timber harvest, and gosh, there's so much deer sign. Sorry, getting distracted. The timber has been harvested over the years, but never has been clear cut. The last inning harvest was done here a number of years ago. The logging contractor that did it for our clients did a beautiful job. Still a lot of large trees remaining on this property, but they've got that new growth that's coming up under that from the last harvest, so it's growing beautiful. If you're looking for that recreational lot, long-term timber hold, this is it. Folks, you got to come see this. If you hunt white-tailed deer, I think my only trouble converting this to a good hunting property would be trying to figure out where these deer are coming, because there's trails everywhere in this field. Everywhere I look, we've got deer sign. So we'll continue on up and we'll take a little walk in the forest. All right, so we just walked the length of this big field and we're in the southeast corner now, and at approximately the height of land. If you're looking on the aerial photo that we've got for you here with the contour lines overlaid, we're just a little north of the height of land here at 320 feet above sea level. And that is the view. So every time I walk this property, this is my second time here, I think this might be the best building site. So it's up to you. Come on up here, check it out. Beautiful piece of property. Let's go in the woods. Okay, we're out here in the woods now, and I just want to give you guys an idea and sample of what this looks like. You can see there's still a bunch of mature white pine here seeding down the next generation. You can see where a harvest was done. We're saying probably 5 or 6 years ago, approximately. Looks at the stumps and the bushes. We've got some new hardwood growth coming up under it. We've got some softwood. We have some pine seeding down. It's really good growing land. And as we walk along the edges of the field back a ways, it looked to me in the woods that this field was probably bigger here 100 years ago than it is today, because the contour of the land is pretty nice. I don't see a lot of rocks in here like I do in a lot of places in Maine, so I think this is a really nice piece of land to work, no matter whether you're cutting timber for your own saw purposes, you're selling timber, you're farming, whatever. It's a good looking piece. We do have some wetlands there off the brook, so there's some different type of habitat, but it's a rolling piece. I can't keep glowing about this too long, folks. So let's go back out. We'll head out to the field again and wrap this up for you. Thanks for coming along on this tour with me on Maine's Road in the town of Corinna today. Appreciate you guys viewing the videos. Really like all your comments. So if you got any questions, ask below or give me a call at 207-290-0372. Let's talk about the price now. The price on this 67 plus or minus acres is $110,000. The yearly taxes are $290, and that includes the fields out of tree growth, and the timberland is in tree growth. And if you don't know what that is, be sure to ask me when you call. We've got water on the property. We got 8 plus or minus acres of fields. We got some corn being planted. We got some nice timber on the property. If you got any questions, you can give me a call at that number I just gave you. And if you want to email me, you can ask for a property information package. We'll get that out to you in the email as soon as possible.